Listen, when you walk out that door, you may have an issue. When you walked in the door, you had an issue. The reason some of us can't avoid issues because we won't allow God to clear us from our issues. What do you say we won't allow God to clear us from issues? The reason is because you're holding on to stuff you shouldn't be holding on to. Amen. Why are you holding on to junk? Because a lot of that stuff we got inside of us is junk. Amen. And see, a lot of us don't realize we got junk in us because you feel like other folks can't tell you you got junk in you. Because see, sometimes you don't see the junk, but other folks see the junk. And then you don't say, how can somebody tell me, how can you tell me I got something in me and you out there doing stuff too? Easy, it takes one to know one. It takes somebody with an issue to point out an issue. And the reason a lot of folks do point out your issue because they're trying to hide their issues. But if you just come to yourself and say, yeah, baby, I'm messed up. But I thank God I'm still anointed. So, here's the thing. When God, in our text, God sent Moses to go tell these people that they can't work in God's house because they got issues. Do you know, I find this kind of ironic because Moses had an issue. What kind of issue Moses had? Moses had a speech problem. What do you mean by he had a speech problem? He stuttered when he got in front of folks. So how can God send somebody that has an issue to tell other folks they got issues and trying to tell them that they're wrong? Now, then Moses had issue number one. Moses was living in a house where he didn't belong. What are you saying? He was living in a house where he didn't belong? Moses was in foster care. What are you saying? He was in foster care. His mother gave him up. Y'all know the story. His mother gave him up. So guess what? Moses was in foster care. Moses didn't know who his dad was. That sounds like some folks in here today. You might not know who your daddy is. Some of y'all may be foster children. So that means you got an environmental issue. So, how can you send somebody with an issue to tell me that I got issues? And see, that's what a lot of us mess up with. Don't want nobody to tell you nothing. You feel like you better than me, or I'm better than you, so how can you tell me? I can hear him now, Moses, you can't tell me what I can't do or what I can do, and you messed up yourself. But I thank God that he sent somebody. Y'all don't hear me. He sent somebody because, see, I know who my daddy really is. Y'all don't hear me. I'm not talking about my biological daddy, but I'm talking about my daddy in heaven. I'm talking about the family that I was adopted into. So, do you know that God will use somebody, like I said, that's already tore up? To try to straighten